Welcome to the high-performance Fortis window from Vytex Windows. The exterior profile of the Fortis window is a European contoured cold molding exterior. This European contoured cold molding exterior gives us unique design and unsurpassed beauty. Soft rounded edges from the frame to the sash and sash to the glass allows us a clean, consistent look all the way throughout. Our dual durometer exterior glaze bead allows us to stop almost all moisture from finding its way into the sash, and also allows us to have a nice tight 45-degree miter cut at all corners. This 45-degree miter cut matches the welds of the frame as well as the sash and gives you a clean, consistent look on the complete outside of the window. Our standard color is our soft Vi white. It's a soft satin finish extrusion white, or what I would call a painter's white, which means it matches the white that painters use to paint the inside of walls the best. It's not your traditional hard or blue white that can discolor, blister, peel, and fade over time. The Vytex Fortis window offers a lifetime warranty against all of those things from happening. The Fortis window has an 080 wall thickness, which means it's one of the thickest walled vinyl windows in the industry today. It's 100% virgin vinyl and is fusion welded on all 12 corners of the window. All the sawing, notching, and cutting is all free from workmanship errors. Our high-tech robotic machinery allows us to have the tightest tolerances in the industry. 1/32 of an inch tolerance means that we're going to have the most clean and consistent window, window after window after window in the industry. The Fortis window offers two screen options. One is your traditional extruded aluminum half screen, and the other is a full flex screen. Our extruded aluminum half screen option is side spring loaded, extruded aluminum with crimp corners, allowing a nice tight screen spline with our Vi-Clear screen mesh, which is an HD high performance screen mesh all the way throughout. The Fortis window also comes standard with our high performance flex screen as a full screen option. It's a spring steel frame all the way on the exterior. Powder coated, the same powder coating that is used for picnic benches, picnic tables, and exterior furniture. It's flexible in nature for easy use to be able to get in and out of the window frame. It is actually welded to that exterior frame. On a traditional 85 United inch window, flex screen offers you significantly more viewing space to the outside. Whereas your traditional aluminum screen blocks off significant view from the outside, flex screen gives us the ability to hide into the screen channel, giving us more view of the outside world. Flex screen also offers a few other features and benefits. First, there is a warning label affixed to every flex screen. This warning label says, and I quote, "Screen will not stop child from falling out of window. Keep child away from open window." This screen label protects you, our customer, as well as your customer, and allows them to know that the screen will not stop a child from falling through. As a matter of fact, the American Safety Council says that the only proper way to ventilate your windows on the second story and up is to ventilate from the top sash down. The only way to ventilate from the top sash down and stop the intrusion of bugs into your home is by having a full screen. Flex screen is the first full screen in the vinyl replacement window industry that allows you to have that full screen, but also gives you the ability to take the screen in and out with ease. The actual screen material itself is a fiberglass high definition screen material. It is black in color. The holes are 30% smaller than traditional screen holes. The high definition screen mesh, when paired with a window with low E coating, as well as being out in natural light, basically disappears to the human eye. So when you look outside and you want to see a green grass, you will see the greenest grass and bluest skies currently in the industry today. The screen material itself has a hydrophobic coating on it. This hydrophobic coating means it repels water. Whereas traditional window screens have a tendency to have all of the outside sediments, dust, dust mites, pollen, build up on the window and gunk up in all of the corners of all of the screens. This hydrophobic coating means that the water, whenever water is placed, it helps repel all of those outside sediments, keeping your screen clean and a beautiful view to the outside. Because of this hydrophobic coating, even though that you can take the screen in and out with ease, this screen is designed to never be taken out of the window and be able to be used year-round. The interior profile of the Fortis window has that nice soft rounded edge from the frame to the sash, and then that cold molded interior sash to the glass, breaking up that frame to the sash to the glass look. It creates a beautiful, clean, almost wood window look on the inside of the window, staying away from your boring, boxy style, traditional looking window. No feature of any windows is as critical to outstanding air and water performance as is the sill design. The sill design is the most important component from trying to keep air and water from coming into your home. Let's take a look at the Fortis window sill. The first thing we notice with the Fortis sill design is that it is a traditional sloped sill, eliminating the need for any pocket sill. On our sloped sill design, we have a double-walled mortised sill dam. What does that mean? This part has to be a separate extrusion from the sides and top. That can become a big area for air and water to come into your home if it's not done properly. The Vytex Fortis window routers out these side jambs, take this sill dam all the way into the side of the window, and then welds it together for a true one-piece sill. Where here and here is a weak spot with traditional slope sill products, it's a strength with the Vytex Fortis window. The other traditional weakness with slope-silled windows is the fact that there's nowhere for that sash to stop. And during heavy wind loads, that sash ends up taking the shape of the slope and separates away from the main frame. Our Fortis window has a secondary bottom sash interlock built into the window. That secondary bottom sash interlock is built into my main frame. My sash is designed to straddle that interlock, and now during heavy wind loads, my sash is locked in place with nowhere to go, giving ourselves superior performance, strength, and constant weather stripping contact all the way throughout. 1.25" pocket to a 5-degree slope sill. Why a 5-degree slope sill? It's the optimum amount of slope for water runoff and air infiltration stoppage. 1.25" pocket to a 5-degree slope sill. Why a 5-degree slope sill? Well, that's the optimum amount of slope for water runoff and air infiltration stoppage. To my weep system, and my weep system is in my screen track away from my main frame, making sure that my water goes away from the foundation of my home. The most energy efficient door in your home is your refrigerator or freezer door. There are several reasons your refrigerator or freezer door is your most energy efficient door in your home. 2 of those reasons are the fact that it's foam filled and the weather stripping that is used. The Vytex Fortis window has an R5 foam filled frame and sash. Our R5 foam filled frame and sash offers us 4 key benefits. Number 1, a window with foam filled frame and sash has a significantly lower U factor, which means better overall performance, especially in the wintertime, versus a traditional window without a foam filled frame and sash. Number 2, it helps strengthen material. As vinyl has a tendency to expand and contract, it does not expand and contract nearly as much when it has foam in the frame and sash, adding for structural strength and integrity. Number 3, it helps baffle sound waves, making sound more difficult to travel through the window frame. And number 4, when you have a window with a foam-filled sash, it actually helps lower air infiltration. It stops any airflow from coming in through the bottom of the window and coming out in those areas. So your air infiltration ratings get lower when you have a foam-filled frame and sash window. The other component that makes this window almost as energy efficient as a high-end refrigerator or freezer is your Q-Lon compression gasket. Q-Lon is a foam-based weather stripping with a vinyl covering that can change shape, but it always goes back to its original shape. We created a little raised part in our sill, designed that same type of weather stripping to straddle or engage that weather stripping and create barriers and diversions. The more barriers, diversions, and 90-degree angles you can create, the tougher it is for air and water to come into your home. By creating that straddle gasket area here, we're keeping air from coming into your home and kicking it back to the outside where it belongs. We also have a Q-line compression gasket seal where the sash meets the frame. Another key component of keeping air from forcing its way in. Every time when it's at a 90-degree angle, it loses 50% of its momentum. I can count 12 different 90-degree angles on this sash alone, virtually eliminating the chance for any air and water to come into your home. There's no such thing as a 100% airtight window. Any window that goes up and down, in and out, even a picture window, because it has weep holes, will leak a little bit of air in and out of your home every minute of every day. However, we have one of the most airtight windows ever created in the marketplace today. And now that I'm going to tell you about it and tell you about our air infiltration ratings, I'm also going to show you how we get there. The Fortis window also has a dual durometer exterior glaze bead. This dual durometer exterior glaze beads means it's two different types of vinyl. One hard, one soft. This soft vinyl creates a nice perimeter shield and exterior, and it stops most moisture from finding its way in. The number one cause for warranty claims in our industry is seal failures. And the number one cause for seal failures is when moisture gets around that sash into the sash frame and sits on an insulated glass. It will cause that glass to fail. Knowing that, we have designed a window to stop most moisture from finding its way in. But we all know moisture can find its way in. So we designed a little moat system to where if moisture does find its way into the sash, it doesn't sit directly on my sash. It actually gets in below the glass, gets in the moat system, and goes out to a weep system here. That weep system down here will then go to the frame and go out my weep holes here where it's belonging, keeping my glass dry, meaning my lifetime warranty actually can hold weight. As I grab my ergonomically designed integrated lift rail, ergonomically designed for easy fingertip control, integrated into the sash so it's not a snap-on part. As we all know, snap-on parts have a tendency to snap off. I get a buttery smooth operation of the sash both up and down. How am I able to achieve the buttery smoothness of the sash both up and down? By my Teflon coated stainless steel half-inch constant force balance system known as the Vyglide. The Vyglide is a half-inch Teflon coated stainless steel constant force balance system. Half-inch, meaning that it's a little bit thicker and stronger than most traditional constant force balance systems. It's constant force, which means the same exact amount of force to take the sash up is designed to take the sash down. And also wherever you leave the sash, it'll stay in place. It's Teflon coated. The most common household items used on Teflon coatings are pots and pans. Their non-sticky, i.e. buttery, nature to it means that we don't need any type of greasy lubricant to apply to that window to make it operate smoothly. It's stainless steel. Stainless steel is the least conductive of all metals, and it's also not going to rust or corrode like traditional metals. It's housed in my thermally engineered housing unit, which is going to do a couple different functions. Number one, it's going to keep my coil clean, kind of work like a tape measure. And number two, during traditional open shoe design windows, when you take the sash to a 90-degree angle, the sash is designed to pop out or attack the homeowner. Our sashes are locked in place and will not pop out or attack the homeowner, so you can clean the windows easily and safely all the way throughout. Our weather stripping is a triple fin weather stripping, which means the more barriers and diversions you create, the tougher it is for air and water to get into your home. 3 fins, 3 times the amount of protection. On a traditional Energy Star certified product, you get about 200 inches of weather stripping. On a traditional 85 United inch Fortis window, you get about 55 feet or 550 inches of weather stripping. Almost 3 times the amount of weather stripping versus a traditional Energy Star certified window. Not only do we have almost 3 times the amount and 3 times the fins, we also have a silver-based antibacterial protectant on that weather stripping. One of the questions we like to ask homeowners is, do you or anyone in your home have allergies? One of the reasons we ask that question is because allergy triggers. dust, mold, mildew, dust mites, pollen, and bacteria love to build up on damp, wet spaces. On a wall with windows, generally speaking, the dampest, wettest space is the weather stripping on a window. Those can become breeding grounds for all of those allergy triggers to build up on your window and come into the home. By having a silver-based system, we help prevent all of those allergy triggers, dust, mold, mildew, dust mites, pollen, bacteria, from building up on my weather stripping and on my window and coming into my home. Not only that, that's going to help my weather stripping stay white about 10 to 15 times longer than your traditional white weather stripping without that coating on it, keeping your home cleaner, healthier, and safer. The first thing we talk about at the meeting rail is we have a full meeting rail interlock, meaning our top sash and our bottom sash interlock one another all the way throughout. That's better for lower air infiltration ratings, as well as better for security, as you can't get to the inside from the outside. Low profile captured tilt latches, which are ergonomically designed for easy fingertip control, allows the sash to be tilted in easily from any homeowner. Our low profile slim lock has a low profile look to it with a closed back keeper. It's a sleek looking, new age looking lock. And it also has a little diagram on it showing the homeowner when the window is locked and unlocked, which is getting the guessing game away from the homeowner to know whether the windows are locked or not. Our vent stops help prevent the sash travel from the bottom sash up or the top sash down to stop children from tampering. AMA and NFRC are the third-party independent testing agencies in our industry. AMA, the American Architectural Manufacturers Association, do three main tests: air infiltration, water penetration, and structural strength. NFRC, the National Fenestrations Ratings Council, works on the thermal properties of the window. They measure U factor, solar heat gain coefficient, visible transmittance, as well as condensation resistance. For AMA, the most important test is an air infiltration test. The lower the air infiltration, the less air can come in through that window, in and out of that window every minute of every day. The air infiltration test is the most important part of what AMA tests. The air infiltration test allows you to allow 0.30 cubic feet of air in and out of that window every minute of every day when it's shut and locked. And you pass the test. You're an ENERGY STAR certified product. The Fortis window has an air infiltration rating of 0.04 CFMs, which means it's more than 7.5 times airtight most ENERGY STAR certified products. So if you had a traditional window in your home and you had 7 Fortis windows put into that home and just one traditional window with a 0.30 CFMs, our 7 windows will leak less air in and out of your home every minute of every day combined than one traditional window. We have an R50 rating for water and a DP50 rating for structural, meaning this window passes 171 miles per hour wind before something structurally breaks down, making the Fortis window one of the best windows ever created in the marketplace today for keeping air, water out of your home, as well as for structural strength and integrity. NFRC measures U factors, the rate of heat loss, solar heat gain coefficient, how well product blocks heat caused by the sun, and visible transmittance, how clear the glass is. A traditional double pane low E window with our Fortis has a U factor of 0.26, a solar heat gain coefficient rating of 0.26, and a visible transmission rating of 0.47, which is going to make this one of the most energy efficient double pane windows in the industry today. We also offer a triple silver low E, which makes that U factor exactly the same at 0.26, but the solar heat gain coefficient goes all the way down to a 0.19. And that product is more for the southern markets. The Fortis window comes standard with our soft Vi-White or beige interior and exterior colors. We also have a paintable, stainable pine available on the inside, as well as 18 traditional PVC exterior bond or painted colors, or any color that you want if you give us a swatch. The Fortis window has 3 different standard grid options: a traditional contoured GBG, or grid between the glass, a flat GBG, grid between the glass, as well as our simulated divided lights, which are available in double pane windows only. The Fortis window can come standard with double pane or triple pane glass. The Fortis window comes standard with our Duralite spacer system, and Super Spacer is also available upon request.